other games. Like, I don't want to work on anything else, but I can't upload this every single day, or else people will get mad.
True. I think the podcast is up now, right? So let me check that. I'll check that. Hold up.
So is that a thing you feel like that? Is this a frequent thing? The heavy pressure of what type of content you are able to post?
Oh, the only reason I upload daily is because it's my full-time job now. Like, I would love to upload 3 times a week with way better quality and hire an editor. I suck at editing. I don't like staring at my screen for hours trying to figure out what cut to make. Like, no. I will hire an editor, post 3 times a week if one of my games blows up. That's the goal. I don't want to take that risk when it's like my full-time thing. That's all that's bringing the bacon, dare I say.
Fair enough.
I mean, how many games do you have out right now?
We could practically say 0. Like, there's nothing bringing income. Like, they're all old. I've never released a game that I was like genuinely like, oh, this is gonna be crazy, because like I'm just simulator after simulator, you know.
Okay, just little things. I'll make a quick bag and then.
Right, and that's all I considered development for the longest time, bro. Quick bags. Like, I always thought it was a horrible idea to take on a bigger project.
For a long-term bag.
Yeah, but it's you never know if it's gonna be a long-term bag. Roblox is
Yeah,
so
you're
easy.
right. You're
Like,
right.
you could spend a month and make a decent bit of money, or you could spend 2 years and make absolutely nothing.
Reach.
Oh my gosh. Especially when scope lore comes in too, you spend so much time on the game and then you got so many ideas and you have more ideas in the future.
It's been crazy.
Is this the intro for the podcast? I don't know.
I guess so. Do we want to? Oh, yeah, I said we started. I put out the announcement. All right, well, first, let's make sure everyone's corralled out into the other room. This is, you guys can
Where's
sit and
our
watch the window.
bouncers? Where did they go?
Yeah, where are
We had
bouncers?
bodyguards. We had bodyguards earlier. We don't
I'll
have
be the bouncer. I got this. How do I throw?
The guest can't be
Hold
the
on.
bouncer, I'm afraid.
It's called multi-purpose. If you want to be self-employed, you're gonna need to be very multi.
You are right. You are right about that.
True. However,
Multi-purpose.
you need to fulfill that purpose that you're here for. It's not
Oh.
gonna be.
I vote we add a throw
No.
command where you pick up the avatar and you throw them out of the room.
We
think-
should have added a.
Oh, we do have
lock the
admin. Hold on. Let me.
door. So when we. I mean,
Oh.
I don't mind them sitting here and stuff as long as they sit down. You know, it's nice. They can sit down as long as. Well, there we go. We're all jumping. Well,
Oh.
and we're gone.
That worked.
Now we're gonna die. Okay.
Now we're on a journey.
All
And
right.
you know,
It's just the journey.
everybody's just gonna walk right back into the room. You know, I think we should just let them sit down. You know,
Yeah,
what I'm
here-
saying?
Why don't we use the long table room for this then? Let's come to the long
Yeah,
table
let's use
room.
the. let's
Fair,
change up
fair.
the
Just
scenery.
let the guests.
Let's get our guest on the end. There you go. Oh,
I've
Okay.
secured the bag.
let's
Took my
see. Oh, we've been forgetting to add the little references around this room for all our guests. We gotta do that.
Oh my gosh, we gotta go back and do that.
I want to do. We can do it after the
I'm
podcast.
I'm sending you the RoBuilder pet after the podcast, bro. Put me somewhere.
Oh, I was gonna put something better.
Oh,
No, RoBuilder pet,
I
bro.
don't think it gets much better, to be honest.
Well, something a little more specific than just putting your avatar. You know.
Isn't that a UGC though?
No, it's in a couple big games.
Mm.
We should go ahead and put it in, okay? You know, something personal he made.
Oh no, I got something personal. Just, don't you worry.
All
Yo,
right.
I'm scared,
That
actually.
does
I
not-
don't have
Well, it shouldn't be
to-
scared. You know what it is. It's your biggest thing right now.
You gonna put a motorcycle in there?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do a reference to that. You know. Oh,
If you're gonna put them on the motorcycle, that would be.
oh, that would actually be fine. Putting the plush on one. We can hide that somewhere. Put it like maybe under the shelf so it has a little more room.
Or somewhere in the arena or another.
Well, I want to
place.
keep most like the guest references in this room because it's kind of like this was supposed to be the designated guest room, but we kind of stopped using it.
Yeah, and we work so hard on it. I
Mhm.
like this.
This one's so awesome. This was like the biggest time crunch we ever had for podcasts, and we just grinded it and we had it up by the time we were ready to go live. But anyways, are we ready? Do you want to do
First
like
question.
proper introductions first? Because I know we haven't.
Yeah,
Really.
let's go proper.
Fair.
So to everyone watching, this is our guest RoBuilder. You may recognize him. He's a little bit of a small content creator. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I go by Steve.
Steve.
The Minecrafter.
Nice reference. I like it.
Actually, that's a great reference. Hello, I'm Ricey. I eat rice. I'm cooking some right now, actually.
Yeah, man. Our developers are always in the kitchen, crafting new things. But I'm Bad, Mr. Bad. I'm a scripter, software engineer, and successful host of podcast. Well, co-host of podcasts.
Yeah, we're definitely the #1 right now on YouTube.
I think we're gonna start the RoBuilder pod. It's gonna be called RoPod, and once a week I'll just steal your whole flow, you know.
Do you remember?
Just be like Game Fam. Just do that.
Do you remember what was it like Rotank or something? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was old. That was Dev Kings, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of YouTubers have tried it, but the problem is the same as everything. Like, once you get an audience, it's more about what the audience can get from you for free. So I've tried to do a series where I fix fan games, like absolutely free, just rebuild them, do whatever needs to be done to make them, you know, a better chance of going like viral or having any success. And the more things that get sent are just like a base plate with free model trees on it, you know, like the least amount of effort to get a free game. So the same thing happens in those rotanks. Like, hey, look at my clicker simulator 45,000. I need 1 million Robux. You could have 2% if the game goes good. It's just not really a great idea most of the time.
I just need all your money, and all your time.
Right. In return for like not really any work. I actually found this game for free, but I think it's better than having to work, I guess.
Well, I have a question. Did you do that stuff by yourself? You were the only one revamping those games, or did you have a team?
Oh no, just me. I don't really have a team for much. I don't like trust or like I don't like having to depend on people too much because then there's like more areas to fail.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of the big things with CATMOB is, you know, obviously we have a lot of people, but the stuff we actually work on is very like narrowed down. We have like teams that have worked together for long times. Like, for example, Ed, who's not here right now. Me and him have made like games, just us two before. He's worked with me and Ricey on stuff. But even if we have like a lot of people on CATMOB, we still like to have those trusted groups that we know stuff is gonna get done with, you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of like builds and stuff, what do you think of the podcast place? Just this whole building. You've been in here before.
Yeah,
I think majorly worked on.
I think it looks really good.
Well,
it seems maybe a little too serious, in my opinion. Like for the fan base that we're going for, I guess. It seems just a little too dark. Maybe it looks good.
A little too modern.
Yeah, maybe just a little like too like Starbucks dungeon. And not enough Starbucks.
I think that's a good idea. We originally had build plans. This is relevant to you. You know, you're a builder and modeler and whatever.
Yep.
We had build plans for. We're gonna go with something different originally, or at least I proposed something differently, and we're all kind of messing with the idea. But we're gonna have like a lobby and like gift shops and stuff like that, and like a big auditorium. And I still want to go through with some of these ideas. It's kind of been like really low on the priority list for all of us, but we could totally incorporate some more kind of upbeat, like cheery, like moods. Aside from these kind of darker podcasts. I think it looks
really good, but if we're talking like for example, you guys have these Christmas lights up, but it doesn't feel jolly at all. Like,
yeah.
It's more like a.
This is like where Christmas came to die.
An Asian restaurant, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there definitely was an inspiration.
I do love everything Japan in Japanese, and that's why I added the bamboo and the Japanese folders over there. But I wanted to keep it modern too. But I do get what you're saying. You know, it should be a lot more jolly. It's like Christmassy in here, but very serious.
I just think for the most people that are probably going to end up watching these podcasts will be a bit younger. So trying to keep their brains engaged is a lot different. Like to us, this is really nice. You know.
Funny story about that.
Chill.
I didn't mean to cut you off, my bad, but funny story about that. There was one time, I think it was like once or twice I streamed podcast. I put like Subway Surfers gameplay on top, and we seem to have a lot better viewer retention, surprisingly.
It's
kind of a cheat code.
It's like this place looks fantastic, right? To us who are a bit more aged than most Roblox players, and it looks really good. But you have to try your best to keep their attention.
Oh yeah.
You are right about that.
We should definitely have more settings that we can just hop around between. Maybe teleport all the like, maybe like we press a button. I know Chance was talking about this, and the entire room changes, so we can have like different textures and stuff. Maybe we can have like one that's kind of outdoors. Maybe like a scenic patio. That'd be cool.
Even just lighting and like spotlights. Like, what if you got into like a really serious conversation with someone and you dimmed all the lights and spotlighted on the person?
That's fun.
Like, just more stuff to make the environment a bit more interactive, and it would seem like an edited video even though it's a live stream.
I had a control panel before.
I want to do that. Have a whole control panel for all that kind of thing. All that kind
dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I had a control panel before. I think it was like the third or fourth podcast we did. I had like a control panel, and I just kind of had like a bunch of funny stuff. I remember like the finale was like Nickelodeon slime, and it like dropped slime from the ceiling. But I had some other ones like where like I could press a button and randomly make someone jump, and they think they're going crazy. And I got a lot of people's reactions by the end of it. It was pretty fun. But I want to go back into just like scripting this stuff. It's pretty cool.
For sure, and you just gotta take your time with it. Like, I don't know how many episodes you guys are into the podcast. Oh, 17, I guess. We're number 17 here. I guess that's a cool number. But, I don't know. I think you just need a little bit more interactivity.
Maybe some tools and stuff. Maybe there's like we already have the buckets of popcorn on the couch. Maybe people can start whipping out popcorn and eating it. Or maybe like someone takes a sip of like a one of those Stanley cups. You guys heard about those?
Oh my.
Yeah, change the topic.
Okay. All right, hold on. We can go through some other ones, but before we do, I would like to ask you, which game currently on Roblox? I've asked all the guests this, the ones that I'm a part of. Which game currently on Roblox has your attention right now?
My own.
That's not your own.
Okay, real quick. I'm a side note, and then we'll get to it. This guy, this Leva guy, he said, "Oh, they're live." Did he think we were all just sitting here looking at each other? Like,
yeah. I think he did.
Not talking to anybody. Okay, game with my attention on Roblox. I have to say, bid battles, because it's what I upload on the gaming channel. It is getting a bit stale, rather quickly, but it feels like it has a bit extra to do, unlike the normal simulators.
What is bid battles?
Have you ever seen like Auction Hunters or Storage Wars?
Yes, I have.
It's that, but a Roblox game. So you buy auction rooms, and then you can sell what you find in the auction rooms.
I played that.
Yeah, I saw it was pretty cool. Maybe that'd make a good donation game idea for anyone in the audience.
I am so tired of donation games.
But they bring in the money.
They do. It is sad to see, because at the core they're all copy and paste. But this might be a bit controversial, but it's true. Love it or hate it, Roblox is a copy and paste website. It is not powering imagination. It's powering who can spin the already famous idea. And it's kind of why the platform goes downhill for a little bit and then spurts back up.
Oh yeah.
So when Please Donate came out, right? It's a new concept. So the platform kind of spurted back up. But then 50,000 Please Donate games come out. So we go into a bit of a downhill. And then there's going to be the next big trend. Blade Ball was a good one. And then there's a bunch of different Blade Ball type games. So it's just, one idea comes out, everybody milks it, and then we have to wait for the next idea to come out.
Is there any remedy that you think could be applied for this?
I don't know if it's going to sound corny or not, but more people need to focus on bigger projects. And I kind of contributed to the downfall, I guess. Like for the most of my channel before I started this game, I was always saying, like, don't make original games. It's not worth the time or the risk. Like, make whatever the quickest game you can is, try to make money and see what happens. But I think Roblox needs to be better at maybe a sort for more original content and better discoverability for newer games.
I agree. I have a couple things to say about that too. Like, first one, or when you said like bigger games, I agree with that a lot because I don't know if you're familiar with Deepoken. Probably heard of it if you haven't played it before, but like huge roguelike RPG game that came out a couple years ago and absolutely took the platform by storm. And there are already like games of that genre before, but this is literally like the biggest one today. Like this is the most ambitious, and it proved to be the most successful because of how many people were supporting it. And it's not like, it's not like you make something original and people just don't play it. Like even if, twisting, or I guess however originally you
that
get with
could
it.
happen.
Yeah, like because it's a roguelike game. The genre's been done before. It's kind of made by the same people who've already made some of those, so you can see like where they would get some of the success in the first place. But either way, like no matter how those waves come, those like big games that kind of shake up a genre for a little, however they come, like it's still not going to be original. Deep Pokemon was this huge, ambitious, awesome game. Everyone loves it. I love it. But after all, it's kind of just another game of that genre. Nothing ever is really original. Like all the games I made,
Right.
they already have existing genres. They've already been inspired by existing things. I feel like that's how you
guess-
create the best games, though, is taking inspiration.
I guess my point on the original thing is Clicker Simulator 4 million, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
All of them have the exact same gameplay, and cool, the cat looks different that you hatch. The dog has floppy ears instead of straight ears. Like the games are all the exact same except slightly different aesthetically, and I think that is where the problem comes in. If you're making like massive games, they're likely to have quite a bit different about them than a clicker sim versus a tapper sim.
I agree with that. I want to go back a little bit real quick to the please donate games. I feel like I wanted to contribute to what y'all talking about now, but I just have nothing to say about that. You are right though. I just don't know how Roblox how would they categorize that? Maybe we can go into that after I say what I want to say. I think please donate games are good. It's just they cost a lot more than what they end up giving you. Like the donation battles game that we did, like I donated 90,000 Robux and no more is coming back from that game. Like now every week or so I'll probably get 1,000 Robux, but nowhere near
So
the
is this-
income I was getting at first.
Is this a game you made?
Yeah, it was a
This is
CATMOB
a game we
production.
made. Yes, it's a CATMOB game and
So-
stuff.
So what did you put 90,000 Robux into?
Oh. Hello?
What's
They're
the point
gone.
of staying, right? They're gonna earn more if they go play the bigger game. Like, please donate.
I'm back. I apologize for that. My guest
Didn't
Wi-Fi
think it
kicked
was
me
worth
off.
it. I don't think it's worth it anymore to do. Like,
No,
please
definitely not. The time has came and went. Unless you had like an insanely original idea for the concept, but even then, it's gonna be really hard to top. Please donate. Hasm has a very good like online presence, and his games like getting way better every day too. So I don't think it's worth even trying to compete with something that's already at the top.
I don't think you could really stray too much from that idea either.
Well, it's all kind of just
I mean,
wishful thinking.
Some people have had some cool ideas. Like the Please Buy Me has the trading cards.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was nice.
Like there's definitely ideas and there's ways to do it, but getting those ideas and then seeing if they're successful, right? The only reason those type of games work is because a market gets made. Like things become valuable, but if the market's never there and you never get players, nothing is worth anything.
Someone asked a question. Someone in chat, that one upskill guy, he said, "Can you give us your experience with development in Roblox and how you got started?"
Yeah, so overall experience has been all right. I can't say good or bad. There's a lot more shady people than I would expect on a kids platform. So that part is a little terrible. How I got started, I don't even remember. I was doing gaming videos and then I realized like, yo, I'm spending so much money on Robux to fund these videos. I'm gonna just make a game. And the first one, I was the project manager, aka I did nothing and took a percent of the game. And that that didn't feel too great. Just didn't really feel like I worked for anything. So I just kept making more and more games, got bit by the dev bug, and here I am now.
So that is quite interesting. I would like to follow up with a question. Not quite on the same topic, but you're known for building mostly, RoBuilder. But what is another skill that no one kind of knows about you that you have personally or dev wise?
Dev wise. Okay, we almost got on a whole tangent. Uh, so I feel like I can kind of do everything, like a jack of all trades and a master of none, if you will. Like, I could make some UI, I could do some GFX, I could, I don't know, I could probably animate something, but scripting is kind of drawing the line. Like, I don't do that. So I think I can pretty much do anything, but there's not a point to do it myself if it's going to be a third of the quality of someone I could hire.
I appreciate that. If you weren't RoBuilder, like you couldn't use the same name RoBuilder, what name would you have instead?
Would I still be doing the same thing? Like, am I a YouTuber still?
Up to you, just not the same name. It's up to you.
Honestly, I'd probably do something so random, dude. Like something that couldn't be connected to anything. I don't think I'd ever use a face cam. Might even use a voice changer. Let's see. It'd be something so stupid, dude. Like inside the tree dev. Like just something crazy. RoBuilder was just the first thing that came to mind. Okay, what's the channel about? Building. What am I building on? Roblox. Boom. Building. There we go. RoBuilder. Dang, bro.
And then it was iconic from there. Crazy.
Yeah, there we go. It clicked.
I do say it is a very iconic name, and it was perfect that you got that name when you had the chance, because I feel like there would have been a lot more RoBuilders now. A lot of people feasting for that name. It's very
I hooked
iconic.
up my Oculus. I don't know which one it is. They gave them to us at RDC, which was really cool. But I hooked it up finally yesterday, right? And I made an account and everything. Someone's already RoBuilder on there.
Oh yeah.
Somebody stole the name on Oculus. That's a weird spot to take the name. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? If I ever find RoBuilder on Beat Saber, bro, I'm winning straight up.
Well, you have name snipers, bro. They're gonna snipe your name on every platform. You don't already have it.
But Oculus is crazy, bro. Like, I don't even know who would do that.
Somebody sniped mine on Discord.
Shout out to RoBuilder and Oculus.
I would never pay nobody for the name RoBuilder. Straight up. Someone's got the TikTok. Someone's got the guy who has the TikTok just uploads my videos. Like he uploads parts of my videos. I don't know if he still does it. But I would never pay for the name. I'll just change it a little bit. Like, I am RoBuilder. You know, it's like just change it a little bit. I'm not paying for a name tag, bro.
There are some people who think it is that important. I remember watching a YouTube video. I don't remember what platform it was, but they wanted their username so bad they ended up contacting the person who took it and paid for it.
There's a lot of people who think it's really important just to stay consistent. Like, it looks
brand
cleaner,
identity,
right? If I have an overlay on my stream and I'm saying all socials at RoBuilder is a lot cleaner than, all right, here's TikTok, here's Twitter, Instagram, Discord. Like, it looks a lot cleaner when everything's
That's true.
Like uniformed.
For me, I always went by Threest for the longest. When I kind of decided my new gen name. But then I eventually ended up being like, okay, I was gonna change that Roblox. Somebody already took Threest, like a year before I was gonna change that name. Just some random guy just so happened to call it Threest. So I added an O. I'm like, okay, how can I change this and not make it sound stupid? I'm like, Threesto. Okay, Threesto. That's fine. That works. It's not just one syllable anymore. and that was history. But then I kept it on my Discord as threes because I felt like it was kind of too iconic on my Discord. So my Discord is threes, my display name is threesto, and then everything else is threesto. And I know the guy, I'm actually friends with him on Discord, who has the threesto tag, and he was like, oh my bad, I just want to see if you would friend me. Like, it's kind of interesting. Like, and yep, I did friend him to get my username, but I still,
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm still not taking threesto on Discord. I feel like it's too iconic for me to change it up. And I have to go back and change everything. Ugh.
What's
Okay.
Speaking of which, oh, okay, Chance, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm at the pocket watch now. I got questions. All
Let's
right,
get
about
into pockets. They're pretty empty.
self-employed. So you're self-employed, right? You already answered the question of you don't really have too many games out. So where does most of your income come from?
I'd say building commissions and YouTube. Like Roblox, I don't have any games really out right now that are popping at all. So like 90% is YouTube ad revenue most of the time. And
What?
then yeah, it's not great. Like I don't know how far we should go into this, but by no means am I balling right now, you know? That's where like the stress comes from, right? So that's why you can't really make any risky decisions. I'd love to go down to 3 times a week with better videos, but if I don't upload daily, I might not have enough to pay every bill that I have, you know? So it's a bit sketchy sometimes, but I think when I have like a good game out along with YouTube, it would be okay if one or the other slacks a little bit sometimes.
All right. So
Before you wait, Chance, can I comment on that real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to like bring this up, just I guess to you and like and everyone in the audience as well. Like that's why it's important to try to take those risks when you're young. So I'm fortunate, because if you wait till you're in your 20s, or even some people in like their 30s, to try to do the things that you want to do, like the hobbies and passions you pursue, then it's gonna be a lot more difficult. You're gonna have a lot more stress. But while you're young and you have the access, like especially if you have the access to the technology or the utensils or whatever you need to be able to do the thing you want to do, like take advantage of that. Take advantage of it while you have a roof over your head and you don't have to worry about paying bills and not starving to death, you know?
Yes, bro. Please do, bro. I remember I got on a whole tangent about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on another podcast like a few days ago.
Oh yeah,
trying
the
to get
audit
on this
one.
topic. Yeah, and
Yeah, I remember that.
he was saying like we were talking about like, you know, him making money while he's young and stuff. And I think it's important to like learn what you like to do and figure out how to make money on your hobbies, but you don't need to focus on the money when you're young.
I'm not gonna go on a whole tangent about this, but
do it better.
exactly.
And,
that was my mindset.
You're able to do it.
I got stuck with that mindset, you know, because I had success with Dysfunctional Diner, and I was constantly trying to recreate that success. You know, I had a couple games, they did okay, but like, I just wanted to chase that white rabbit again. But then I'm like, okay, 2024 is my year. I'm gonna sit down, just get better at what I do. I'm gonna be able to do things faster, more efficiently, learn new techniques, and learn new hobbies, so then I can make more money out of it later when I'm in my 20s.
It's interesting, man. That exact statement is what causes like the downfall of most YouTubers and most devs, like chasing the next high, we'll call it, right? For lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you have 1,000 players today because you dropped a cool update, and then a month from now you're trying to think of the next crazy update you can add, right? Or the next thing that can make you more money, and you always feel like the idea has to get more crazy. And when your mindset switches to these crazy ideas, sometimes morals get left behind. That's why these games will add in, you know, I don't know, season passes or the pet simulator, right? The eggs that you buy for Robux with a 0.00005% chance of getting a pet. Like, once morals go out, you're gone, bro. You're done. Cooked.
You're gonna say something, Chance? Pricey?
Yes. So without YouTube, if you didn't have a YouTube channel and you were just doing freelancing, would you be able to provide and pay all your bills still just on freelancing?
No. There's been times on YouTube where I've done my freelance work, YouTube, and had a full-time job. Like, I haven't just been on YouTube. I mean, I had a job last year for a little bit of time, just because YouTube wasn't cutting it for a little bit. So It's not something I'm above at all. If YouTube starts going downhill, it's always something that I want to do, and it's like kind of top priority. But I'm not above getting like an actual job whenever I need to.
Dang. Well, that hurts my heart a little bit to hear.
Hey, don't worry. We got time, Chance.
Self-employed and stuff. So I know that it's probably now going to take me getting some kind of social media like TikTok or YouTube,
Definitely.
plus the freelancing and also games.
And here's what I'll tell you about that. Oh, you go ahead, RoBuilder.
The story's different for everybody, bro. Like your situation's not the same as mine. I have a house. I have what is this? I have 4, 5 pets, a girlfriend, and I'm the only one who has an income. You know, so
It'd be scary if the dogs did.
The story's a lot different. You know, I have to pay all these bills and take care of this household by myself. So if you're just you living your life, and as long as you're living by your means, you don't need to have the most income. You just need to have enough to live and be comfortable.
That's all.
Absolutely. And I want to say this too, going on topic of both this and what I said previously. Like, the fact that you have the time to take risks now, even if you're not making boatloads of money by the time, like, maybe you're out of high school or by the time you have to move out, hopefully the work you've done to that point will give you enough experience where you can have a built up enough portfolio to be able to go into these actual industries if you needed, like, to get a 9-to-5 in a field that you'd actually be interested in. I'm going to school. I have I'm still in high school. It's my last year, and I'm doing like this trade course that's part of my high school curriculum. So I, like, out of high school, could literally be certified to go work at basically any local, like, tech business I wanted to, you know, go get an internship and then go from there. Like, I want to set myself up with more opportunities, and this is what people need to, like, realize is there's not always gonna be this one, like, you can always chase that one thing, but you want to make sure you have these fail safes, these safeguards that you can, you know, fall on when you need them. Don't limit yourself to just doing maybe art. You know, maybe have something that you could be professionally qualified for. I don't know why my Roblox keeps getting shut down. Is anyone else getting kicked out? I don't know. But anyways,
no, just you. Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, but anyways, like, art was just an example, Catherine, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, you know, in general, find these different things you're passionate about and make sure you have, like, these fail safes in line, because even if I don't end up being self-sufficient off of game dev, like self-employment by the time I'm, you know, out of school and having to, like, move out or whatever, I will hopefully have enough experience and a big enough portfolio where I can go get a regular industry job if I needed to.
I do want to kind of touch on something. When we go online, like when we go on Twitter, Instagram, we see all these people doing the same thing we are, right? Game dev, YouTube, and they'll post crazy cars like Lambos, big mansions, crazy stuff like that. And I think that's what makes people feel like, oh, I have to make $1 million to be self-sufficient. You really, like, if you can make, I'd say $3,000 a month, you can have a house.
That's like 40K a year. It's not even bad.
Money, like, you don't need a lot. You need to live by your means. You guys want to know what my next car is? A Honda Civic.
That's fire. I respect it.
On the other one too. It's a cheap, very reliable car.
You want to know what I will like and what my first car I want it to be? I want my first car to be a 1998 Lincoln Town car. I was just looking at that.
There you go.
I need that. That's my maybe tan. If I can get a tan one, I'll take it. That's all I need. Maybe $8,000, $10,000 for something nice, not broken down on the side of the, like, that is all I need. I don't care about fancy cars, and I will live by this for the rest of my life. Like,
the only thing I care about, like, I like my motorcycles looking nice. I gotta be honest. That's my guilty pleasure, right?
Everyone has their guilty pleasures.
If I didn't have motorcycles, I'd probably be, like, substantially better off than I am now financially.
Okay, so that's taking a pretty big chunk out of you. You're fine.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so as long as I don't, you know, get a motorcycle and stuff, I should be fine. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
You know, if you do it responsibly, you'll be fine. I'm pretty rough on my bikes. Like, I do stunts and everything, so stuff is always breaking and needing replaced, and that's why it becomes a bit more expensive. But one bike wouldn't hurt you.
Well, you know, it probably would be cheaper than getting a car if I only just buy that one bike and only use it to get from point A to point B, but then I have to stay at home when it rains and get an Uber.
I mean, you can ride in the rain.
Can I?
Yeah,
Is-
I don't know. I'm gonna feel like I'm in the movie, and I might do some tricks, bro.
I mean, listen, people are gonna think you're cool till you're not, dude. Like, you might as well.
Yeah. Till I crash. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that one a couple times. It's not exactly the most fun, but I'm still here.
That's all that
So
matters.
here- That's all that matters.
A little
Alright,
more. Yeah, let's make it a little more lighthearted. Let's make it a little more fun. How about we have some? You guys want to do like a speed round between all four of us? I guess like.
Like what, hopscotch or?
let's
What
get
are you
a CATMOB hopscotch little thing somewhere in the hall.
talking- Let's go.
That'd be fire. How about we just like do like speed rounds, just little trivia? What's like some trivia? Maybe we should say some trivia that people don't know about us, something like that, or just trivia about random things. I feel like Yoom probably has a good idea. He's always got the good quick topics. Something fun. Hit me with something fun.
Some fun little topics we can all participate in.
Yeah, just quick. Maybe like a sentence each.
A sentence. I mean, we could do this complete a sentence thing that we had on I forgot
Oh.
the community thing.
A
I remember
life
that.
sentence. Done.
No,
Failed.
that's quick. Someone starts, and the person that messes up the sentence loses. We just go in a circle. I think that's how it was played. But the sentence has to be Roblox related, like dev related. Like you gotta end it. For example.
So we're like ad libs or.
For example, we could do the first script. No. The script that runs on the client is a local script, and if you got it wrong or couldn't connect it, it would be out.
Oh, okay.
Hey, keep
okay.
away from the scripts, bros, because I'm gonna get out quick. Like,
Oh,
Having to
let's
be
do some
building
building ones, or just Roblox in general. All right. First game to hit 1 million players.
Wait, this is the
Blackbird?
order.
I don't know.
Uh,
Adopt-
I don't necessarily know how we're doing this, but
No, alright, we could just ask the question, like trivia type situation, like you just did. Basically, and it's the first person. We could tally points actually, we could compete, to be honest.
the fastest game to hit 100 million visits.
Oh,
Adopt
God.
Me, probably.
probably Adopt Me. Yeah,
Uh,
Adopt Me was my answer for the first one.
No, I was gonna say my game when it comes out. You guys
Oh,
got it wrong.
Okay,
Oh, man.
shameless plug. Alright, bro.
Hey man, we're all about shameless plugs here. We already got your stuff linked in the description. No worries, no worries.
Oh my god, how much do I owe you? No.
Nothing.
Yeah. So go play donation battles. Donate 100. No. If only. If only. All
Someone
right.
asked an
People are
interesting
just
question.
like, so what do we do here? Like they have no
Well-
idea. They feel like we're all just sitting looking. At
Yeah, they're probably not even on the stream, and we're all just sitting here
Yeah.
looking at each other.
Let's read some of chat's questions.
Yeah, there's actually a few were posted by that one upstill guy. How's the development of your game going? What milestones are you aiming for before release?
I don't think there's many milestones before release other than, an alpha and a beta. I think for alpha, we're gonna shoot to get a paid alpha out within 2 months. That will have being able to earn money while riding the bikes. Hopefully the bikes will be done to where you can do everything we want. Burnouts and drifts still need to be added. Same with passengers. And then with that money, you should be able to customize bikes in a garage and maybe safes for alpha. And then beta will hopefully be 1 or 2 more like gameplay features. And then when we feel like the game is good enough to go out for free, it'll be published out. But I think alpha is going to be here for like a few months, to be honest.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just remembered actually. Your game, the motorcycle one. I know. Do you actually ride motorcycles in real life?
Oh, yes, of course. In fact, I posted doing stunts, a little clip on our Twitter for the game, and someone was like, "Now do it in real life," and I sent him a bunch of screenshots. I'm like, "We do." So that's the reason the game is so important to me. It's the first game I've actually not really cared about monetarily, right? Of course, I want it to be a huge success. I want to make good money from it, but I don't care if it does or not. I want it to be the best motorcycle game on the platform, and I feel like being a writer who does exactly what we're trying to do in the game kind of gives me an advantage over other
How did you
developers.
even get into that sport, riding motorcycles recklessly?
Oh
How
my
were
god,
you
hold on. Let me
introduced?
put a couple reckless photos in the Discord server. Maybe you could put them on stream, I don't know.
Yeah, put them in the drop
Uh,
them in the stage chat, and I'll show them.
I have them on my phone. Let me see
gotta
how
do
do I
this.
do this.
Oh, if you can't find them now, you can just put them in media.
If bro is doing
Yeah,
flips, I'm
we're
gonna.
gonna. No,
go
I'm
back.
not doing no flips. That's crazy, bro. that's that's wild. Like we don't do that.
Was your dream ever to become like a professional motorcycle rider, somewhere along those lines?
I actually just started riding 2.5 years ago. I never cared about motorcycles growing up at all. Um, I just, I don't know. I seen some people and I was like, yo, I want to do motorcycles. The heck?
Well,
That
I have
seems
a question.
safe.
I have a
That
question for you,
seems-
Bad. I have a question. So,
Okay.
why did you ask that question? Does he ride motorcycles? We were just talking about how he buys motorcycles. He just buys them to look at them, you know, like
I'm,
he
uh,
just likes the way they look. He just puts them
I'm
like
going
in
to
his
be
garage and looks
so
at
honest
them
with you.
Here's
every
some
day.
photos.
Hold on. Let him speak. Let him speak.
I'm going to be so honest with you. I had to do something so my earpiece was like down for about.
Oh,
And then as soon as I came back, hey, I think Bad is great with these questions, and I was cool as hell.
Yeah, I got them up
It's
on
like the
on
perfect
stream.
timing.
Oh my god, you look like an eagle. Oh my god.
That is the
You can see
scariest
it.
trick I could do, bro.
Dude, you can
No
see it
handed
scraping
wheelie.
against the
Like
scraping
that's
against
crazy.
the ground.
Yep,
That's
that one's
crazy.
scary too.
Oh my god.
let me see this.
Did you see someone do this and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this too"? You said
Well,
that's
I
how
got
it
a
went.
motorcycle originally, and then one of the guys I was riding with, oh my gosh, the main reason I got a motorcycle was to make friends. By the way, we can get into that if you guys want to, but I don't care. So I got a motorcycle.
I
I
was
started
just
riding
about
with
to
this one
dissect
guy,
that.
and bro just pops this crazy wheelie. Right? I thought he was the coolest dude ever, and I was like, dude, how did you do that? He was like, bro, you just pop the clutch and let the wheel raise, man. And bro, I almost died. It took me
Oh
it
my!
took me like
I
6
knew it.
months to be able to actually do a somewhat of a decent wheelie, and then probably a full year to where I could balance point them and just kind of coast with them. And then learning the actual tricks, like, you know, jumping around on the bike while it's doing a wheelie, all that kind of stuff takes even more time. But
That's
That's
impressive.
It looks dangerous. Like you.
it
Very
is,
much so.
but like, I don't know, man. I don't want to get like morbid, but I feel like when it's your time, it's your time. So if I died on a motorcycle or I died by a bullet coming through my window, right? Like it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen either way. So I might as well have fun.
Well, you are
Let me
definitely
ask
right
you
about
this,
that,
though.
but it's like, how do you get back, like, on the ground when you're on a wheelie, like, doing that? Like, how do you get back on the ground? Like, the butt of the bike is scraping on the ground and sparking.
Yeah, so it's crazy. The foot brake, no matter how far back you are in a wheelie, is if you hit the foot brake, it's gonna go back down.
Okay,
Interesting.
that is
But when
interesting.
people are
say
starting,
this.
the first thing they do is, oh god, I'm too far, and they take both their feet off, and that's why they loop, because they just got scared. You got to just stay on the bike, hit the brake, and no matter how far back you are, if you hit that brake, you'll go back down to the ground.
That is crazy. And I'm sure that's in your game, I'm assuming. They're gonna be able to do that trick in game.
Which one, scrapes?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh boy, that's exciting.
that's already in the game.
Sick. Speaking of, should we hop into it in a little? I want to go through a few more questions that chat has.
For sure.
Then we could go in like the public one, right? The
Yeah, for sure.
the open testing.
But before that,
All right.
before that, Mr. RoBuilder, I want to ask you a deep personal question.
Drugs. Oh wait,
No.
sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
If you didn't find this passion, however you did, and you'd live your life without knowing the joys of riding motorcycles, do you think there's other things in your life like this
Dude,
that you
honestly,
haven't tried yet?
Unironically, I think the answer would actually be drugs. Like, motorcycles I started just as a way to meet people. Like I always saw people on motorcycles, and you just pull up to them and stop, like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? We both got motorcycles. Instant icebreaker, right? But I had no idea how to meet people after school. Like I didn't know, like, where do I go? How do I meet people? How do I make friends? Like, what is life? So I don't know what it would be. It would have to be something that has an easy way to talk to people, but I don't know what that would be.
That's fair.
I'm
It's
fine with
meeting
not
people is
knowing
difficult.
anybody in school in real life, low-key.
I
Totally fine with that.
For me, when I meet people in real life, most of the time I guess it's just through like school or whatever, but it's always just through mutual friends. Like I hardly go out of my way to meet new people in real life because it's
Now,
very
the
difficult, you
problem-
know. You never know
the
what people
problem
do.
is when you didn't have any friends to start. So
That's
like there's
true.
no mutual friends if you don't have any. I went to like 16 different high schools, and we moved around a lot, so I couldn't like make friends, right? We're
Yeah.
just gonna move, and then I wouldn't get to see them anymore anyways. So I quit trying to do that, and then when I got out of school, like that was the only way that I talked to anybody my age, right? So now how do I find people my age when we're out of school? There's nothing going on, and it's just weird.
For me, like a lot of my real life friends, they don't do anything remotely related to Roblox. Maybe they play it. You know, I have a couple that actually do have tried development, but that's about it. But online, you can really find your communities, and that's why it's so easy to gravitate towards these like online communities and stuff. Real life, it's a lot more difficult because you have to really have friends like for the content of their character rather than what skills you share in common, you know,
Right.
and
All
interests.
my friends made fun of me when I said my motorcycle game was gonna be on a Roblox.
Oh, dude, all my friends made fun of me when I said like when I started making Roblox games a couple of years ago, you know, and then skip to the hell. Bro's got a fart command. Anyways, and then skip to when I started making money now, and then suddenly everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's so cool," you know.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, I'm getting off my seat, bro. Just punch in my face.
I think
That's
Mr. Beast
disrespectful.
was the one that said it
That's
best.
nuts.
You're crazy until you're successful.
Right, bro. I had a quote. And I don't know if I can say it on this. It's oh my, why are y'all gassing, bro? Like,
I'm gonna mute the game audio.
hey,
Chance,
how
what's
PG?
the-
How PG is this podcast?
PG-13 at most, I guess.
So probably don't cuss.
Prefer not.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
that
skip
happens.
the quote. I'll skip the quote. It's okay, cause it would have been a planned cuss, a premeditated cuss.
If it's premeditated, as long
Uh,
as it's not like an F word, then I think. Should we pass it, chat?
Oh, it's exactly the F word. Actually.
Oh, it is the F
Like,
word?
Oh, is it the
Okay,
F
only
word?
if you
Is it
say
the one we're
flip.
talking about?
Say flip instead.
All right.
You're good.
So, success is like being pregnant. Everyone
Oh.
says congratulations until they know, or they don't know how many times you got flipped. So,
Oh,
That was your
no matter
Twitter,
what,
right?
yes, no matter what, everybody when you're successful is gonna be like, I knew you could do it, man. Like I was here for you the whole time. But until you're successful, they're not here for you at all.
That's true.
hey,
It's exactly
Chance, how
true.
what's the command to give people swords?
It's a colon or semicolon sword.
Bro, I'm leaving.
I actually
Oh my
got
god.
that my friend Hub put into the media. So is it true that you're quitting Roblox to become a professional rapper?
Yeah, Eminem been real quiet since I dropped the Pet Sim diss track.
Oh my
so I
god, those
just feel
videos are
like-
fire. I remember when he sent me those when he first made them.
I feel like it's just I feel like that's my new calling, man. I gotta just keep my rap bag going, you know. Eminem's been just like I said, real quiet.
So how many forehead tattoos are you on now? Like was it like you got
Yeah,
like
I gotta-
37? Like
I got those covered up for a little bit, and then, you know, I don't know. I might get some more here in a little bit.
I guess this might be a good point to read chat. If you're all good with that. We have a couple that I feel like we've been ignoring for a second, but going back to motorcycles, Cat Room seems to know a bit about motorcycles. He said, you ride a golden motorcycle. He wants to say it's an H2R, but he could be wrong.
Yeah, most definitely is wrong. It's a Yamaha MT-07. An H2 would be crazy for stunting, guys. If you don't know, that's like, I'm pretty sure it's the fastest production motorcycle at the moment.
Oh, wow.
So, like, those are for like fast people that want to go top speed and die.
wow.
I don't really want to do that.
And we're not one
So
of those people. Yes.
it's also a $30,000 motorcycle, maybe
Okay.
even more than that. So yeah, I definitely no, it's a
That is
Yamaha
insane.
MT-07. Yeah,
um, he also said he's about to get his first bike and would love to know your experience.
bro, listen, people. Oh my gosh, get a Grom, dude. A Honda Grom. It's so fun because you don't have to be scared of it. It's a tiny bike. It's 125 cc's. I've had 5 of them. 5.
Wow.
Because I sell them all the time thinking, "Oh, I'm good now. I can ride my bigger bike." But they're so fun that I always want to go get another one, man. The Honda Grom, dude. It's a great secondary bike. Like if it's your only bike, it might not be the best idea, but it is such a fun bike and you don't have to be scared of it cuz it's so light, small and just like gutless, but you could still do all the stunts on it. So it's pretty fun.
We're pulling up on the hour mark. We should go ahead and play that game.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
hop
I
into that.
agree. So people can't fart on my face, bro. That's crazy. I don't even know why that's a thing, bro. That's actually crazy.
Here, let me lag out the game for a second before we segue.
Oh, I left.
Oh, oh god! Oh my god! It looks like somebody just dropped a smoke bomb.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Evacuate the
Bro,
building. Okay, let's
you want me
let's
to link this to you?
yeah, feel free to drop in chat wherever.
Okay, I'll throw it in general. There you go.
Ain't no shame in self promotion here.
Or should I put a private server so we're all on the same one or no?
Yeah, we can make a private server. Here,
Alright.
I'll get a free one. You know, if it was Robux, I'd buy it and support you anyways. But oh, I actually have a lot of people
Alright, here,
playing
let
this too.
Let me
Good
add the
amount.
That's one thing. I put my private server in so we can all just hop
Oh,
on that
okay,
one.
bet.
But that's one thing that's crazy about this, and it does help me just know there's some sort of potential. Like, this game always has 9 to 33 players, and it's
That's
just
pretty
a
good.
testing. Like, there's nothing. There's no like gameplay. You can ride the bike around and do flips. So it's really cool. Like now at an open world map with a lot of gameplay, I don't think it can be like a massive flop.
Not much room for failure.
Oh yeah.
That's the goal.
And that's-
we don't like failure.
Oh, I just crashed. That's something I kind of live by right now. Is even if I don't have a game making like with like 10,000 players or something, as long as I have a few games with maybe 50 players on it, we're good. As long as I'm making a little bit of income, and I know people are enjoying it, I keep wiping out.
Yeah, so one thing that people hate about this, and I really do like, I want there to be a bit of a skill gap. I think Roblox right now is just a bunch of brainless games. Like, you don't have to have any skill, you don't have to practice, and I think that is what makes them die so fast. It's boring if you can't... Like, the only way to flex in games right now is spending more money than someone else.
That's true.
And not actually practicing more than other people. So, like, I barely fall in this game now. And I could do, like, quadruple backflip 720s, Like, I could do pretty much anything. And I don't really fall anymore because I've played so much.
Yeah, I think that's
And
the appeal about... Oh, go ahead.
I think that's just a big thing that Roblox is missing right now is just a kind of a skill set.
That's definitely like the appeal about like this game and a lot of fighting games, especially roguelikes too, because roguelikes are like the ultimate test of challenge on the platform, like Deep Woken and all those games. Like, because when you die, you lose everything. You have to start all the way over again. So are you willing to sit there and grind everything and get better at the game and prove you won't just die in menial combat or something?
Most people are not.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where a lot of Roblox developers don't want to get too creative because it is scary to put like...
Yeah, they're afraid of the
I've been
failure.
working on this game so far for a year, like just over a year, and not this one we're playing. There's a whole map if you're unfamiliar, but it's been a very long time in development, right? So if this did fail, which could happen, like everything is niche, you just don't know how niche. But if it did fail, I would just go back to these cash grab simulators and not have any passion in game development. I would just do it for money. But I don't think this can fail as long as I do it right.
Just gotta keep working at it. As long as you're like constantly posting content about a game, that's what I've like realized. That's what ultimately makes it successful. When you have just like a constant stream of content or constant progress kind of being shown, like people are bound to be interested in it at least a little bit.
I plan on so much. I want to do a community stunt compilations. So
Yup,
everyone
community is a huge
can
part.
record themselves, and then if they post them on TikTok with like hashtag Play My Bike Life or something,
Oh
I'll
yeah.
be making like weekly or monthly compilations, which will be really cool for the community, I think. And then, of course, this is probably going to turn into my gaming channel. Instead of bid battles, it would be all content revolving around this game. And then trying to hit up YouTubers and seeing if they'd be down to give it at least one shot. That's what I ask for. I'm not like, hey, bro, this is your new channel, bro. This is all you could play. No, I'm like, play it one time. If you like it, like, let us know. Let us know what we need to make better.
Mm-hmm. That's YouTubers are obviously like a very big part about it too, because even like the objectively worst games like on the platform can get a lot of players just because of like a lot of big creators are playing it. And I'm openly gonna throw this shade out there. I absolutely hate Weird Strict Dad. I feel like it deserves to be hated on. My friend Brady made a lot of good videos on it. It's a terrible game. It is like literally one of the most terrible games on the platform. And I think even the creator knows, but he has like 10,000 players on it. He doesn't even care. So like it was made directly to rip off like the success of something else. So but YouTubers
can
play
make
it.
a really bad game and get the bag. That's why Roblox is where it is.
Exactly.
Like, there's no incentive to try to push the boundary.
That's why I like the skill-based games. That's why I got back into like Deep Oaken. I keep mentioning Deep Oaken, but it is really like one of those just cold hard proofs. No, the deep is calling. The deep is calling. That's it.
Yo, run through this like line of cones and barriers. It's so satisfying.
Oh shoot, I'll find it. Hold up. But yeah, like Deep Oaken is just the ultimate test of like, it's like it could be its own standalone game. Like honestly, if it wasn't made on Roblox, it could definitely be a standalone thing. And that's what's so appealing about it, because people are familiar with, you know, hardcore games like that, like Dark Souls and all those really difficult, like skill-based games. And people were looking for something like that on Roblox, which is why so many people got really fond of that community and then ultimately became super successful. You know, even if it's not topping like Blox Fruits, for example, it's still getting huge player counts on the daily.
Right.
And that's what more games should strive to be.
I'm dying like no tomorrow, bro. It's hard to do flips. Like I gotta practice.
Yeah, it is pretty
I
difficult.
I do have a fix for this, right? So I do want the game to have that skill gap. I want you to have to practice to be good at it, but I also understand a lot of kids won't really give it the time of day. If they fall 3 times in a row, they're gonna be like, nah, this game's trash. So I plan on having 2 modes. We'll have an easy mode and a hard mode, and then with the easy mode, you won't have to shift the bike. It'll be fully automatic, and you can't fall, but you would make like a third of the score and income that you would.
It's a good idea.
From hard mode.
We're to do it on hard mode.
And definitely, you gotta have like some fun name attached to it, maybe like X Sports or some extreme sports or something. Like for the hard mode, like call it something crazy. It makes it seem appealing to be able to play that. Not just like it's, you know, it's harder for the sake of being harder. Like it's harder because you're gonna be a lot cooler doing it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better though.
I completely forget you can shift gears as well.
Also, we have fully adjustable keybinds as well. If you open up the little menu at the
I
bottom.
didn't see that. I didn't mess
change
around with them
anything.
though. It's always good to have those. I don't know oh, there's my bike. Oh wow, the sprint is really fast. I didn't realize how fast you could run.
Because at the beginning, the map was just it was just a base plate with like 1 ramp, and we would always crash. And we were like, bro, like, we just need to get back fast. So I made this shift to sprint so fast.
I stuck a really sick landing. I just went straight up into the sky.
Now,
Okay,
isn't that
that's
satisfying when you actually do land, though?
Yes.
Ooh,
When you
that's
actually
awesome.
land it, it's so satisfying.
So that's what I'm shooting for, right? Like, the thing is, if you land a trick, let's say you're on easy mode and you land backwards, right? Or sideways, it's not going to feel that satisfying. Like, it might to a younger audience because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I landed it. But to people who actually, like, I don't know, want to feel cool, it's just way better if you land, like, perfectly into a ramp or something.
This music is really good.
Thank you, my G. I made it myself. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god.
Now I just used to put some lyrics on it.
Yeah, bro. Eminem been silent once again. I might have to just drop a diss track on him so he come out the grave. I don't know. I'll be like, Eminem. More like Skittles. No.
Whew. Yo, this whole entire time I've been making this fried rice. It's so good. It came out so well.
Make a skilled
burnt.
fried rice making game. Chance, you should totally do that. Make a game that's skill-based rice cooking simulator.
Skill-based rice cooking simulator.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah, if you
realistic
burn the
kitchen and
rice, you
everything.
get banned.
You get kicked out the
Straight up,
kitchen.
like,
Bro was
when
banned
you're
from the
done,
kitchen
bro.
after this.
kicked out
Bro
the
did
kitchen,
not
the oven
cook.
is fine.
Oh no, man.
How is chat
Oh,
feeling
no,
about this
maybe.
game? I haven't seen the reactions. Like,
This
Uh,
I streamed the other day, and there was a lot of questions like, "What's gonna make this game different?" Like every YouTuber's game is good for like 2 weeks and then it dies. And I thought that was a really interesting thing because, like, I haven't really seen any like unique good YouTuber games.
yeah, I feel like a lot of them are just really shallow.
They are like it's the same as when I started development. It's what can I do the quickest that has the possibility of making the most profit.
And they know it's gonna do
And-
at least a little bit well, at least for like maybe a
And-
week or two, just because it has their name behind it. Like,
And none of them look at longevity.
mhm.
Like they kept bringing up Russo, and this isn't to hate on him, but as far as I know, all the games he's made are like clicker sims, which is good because that's what his channel is based around. But it's not good because they don't have like the longevity. So it's kind of a catch-22 when you're a simulator YouTuber because you have to make a simulator because that's what you play and you want to be able to promote it, but it's not going to be like a game that survives for a bit of time unless you have weekly updates.
They just take it's like Occam's razor. Like they always just try to take like the simplest solution. You know, they know a game's gonna do well because it's been proven that it's successful, and they're not gonna like actively
Right.
try to challenge it and do something like a little more difficult. Like,
It's a fair play though. Like
is
if
fair.
you're a poppin' YouTuber and you just want to make a quick game, make some Robux, like cool. But you can't be shocked when it doesn't last long. It's the same for all my games, so I'm not throwing shade at any YouTubers. Like I made a ton of simulators that last for like a month max, you know? It's just not a good plan.
we have some questions in chat I wanted to go over as well.
Let's get it.
Question 1 is from Cat Room again. What is your opinion on morality and ethics as it affects business and development?
I hate being a morally and ethically correct person. I feel like I would have made a lot more money if I could set my morals aside a little bit. I think it's important to hold on to your morals,
Absolutely.
but it's very hard to say no when people are flashing a lot of money in your face sometimes.
But I feel like there's always that point when people realize money isn't enough. You know, as much as you're making like a ton of money, are you truly happy? You know, they say money can't buy happiness. To some degree. You know, money can buy
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of
dude.
things that you want in life.
They can buy access to my bike life, and that's pretty close.
True. You know, it can buy you like short bursts of dopamine, but does it truly make you happy? And that's what I was realizing. Like I always thought that that was dumb. But until
The
now.
problem is being like morally correct is starting to matter less online. And that's not really a great thing.
You mean like people are just kind of becoming morally incorrect for the norm?
Yeah. Like look at, let's say like IRL streamers, for example, the Jack Dohertys, Neons.
Oh yeah.
Like it's about same thing I said earlier. What's the bigger shock value? What can I do next that's going to get me more views than last time? And they might not see it as wrong at the time. I hate to say it, but it's the same reason Logan Paul filmed The Dead Guy, right? It's because it was like, okay, what's the next big thing that's never been done on YouTube?
Yeah.
And it's hard
TikTok's
to
especially
see your,
that way as well. I've seen a lot of stuff
It's
on
hard.
TikTok. It's just like
Right,
this
it's
endless
hard to see more.
this toxic cycle. It just keeps feeding into itself. It's like people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's horrible," and then they retweet it. Like, you know,
Yeah,
even
it's-
if they retweet it or they repost it, not with the intentions of like agreeing with whatever's in the video, but just being like, "Oh wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to see today." You
it's
know,
adding to the problem.
it's adding to the problem exactly.
We need to start rewarding like there's a YouTuber, Sam Sulek. He's a gym YouTuber, right? Super genuine content, unedited. It's like you're chilling with a friend when you're watching one of his videos. So I'm happy he's getting the success that he has. but I think we need to see more of that. And I try to do it in my own content too, where you need to
Did you
just
say?
calm down a little bit. Like, don't hide behind all the edits and explosions,
Yeah.
and just be relatable.
And that happened to very very true to me as well, because my experiences with just game development and finding my passions and pursuing these things, especially when I was stuck in the mindset like, okay, I just want to make money, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to be happy with what I'm making.
I was stuck in that mindset forever.
And
then when devs you look up to are like, "Oh, you're a developer? What have you made?" "Oh, I'm so proud to show you my 55 clicker simulators." Like,
yeah,
it gets to a point where it's like, are you trying to be a dev, or are you trying to be like just like a gold digger, I guess? I don't
Yeah.
know.
for me,
So I do think
go
it's
ahead.
important to find something you like in real life. That's why the motorcycle game's working out so well for me. It's the only thing I'm motivated to do. It combines the two things I like the most, which is development and stunt riding. So I think that's the reason the game is like turning out good. You can kind of tell when someone doesn't care about a project.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Catroom said it. He agrees it's a lot better to have good work that shows, or good work that shows than a finished project. Sorry, I can't speak today. Than a finished project if that project was not developed properly. So it's you kind of pick your battles. Do you want to have a really really crappy popular game, or do you want to have a game that has a lot more passion and soul put into it, but may not be as popular? And that's something I
It
was
just
kind of
depends what
battling
the
at my
main
self
goal
with.
is.
Yeah, like I've wanted to, I've made a couple of tycoons in my day. There's still another one I have in dev that never got out.
Say
I
it
don't
as
know
if
it's
he's
gonna
an
be
old
dev,
man.
but
I love tycoons.
they're pretty awesome.
Like, I would
but
not.
A lot of them are just.
I would not be against
you know.
starting like an alt dev account that's completely under the radar, nobody knows it's me, and just rushing out bad games.
Oh yeah,
right?
I had that idea too before. Like I feel like
It-
that's something we all had.
It's like, do it for the money, but not for the fame. Like, I don't care if that account ever gets known, right? Just, if this is what's working, like, if the shoe fits, wear it. But on my main account, focus on actual, like, quality,
Yeah,
you
you
know?
want to have the quality and the passion attached to your name, and that's why I'm taking a new look at what I was doing. I did YouTube. I had fun doing it for like a bit. There were some things I liked, some things I really hated. I hated having to edit videos and keep consistently like uploading. I just wanted to make stuff for fun, but I felt like it was an obligation that I was kind of committed to, whether I liked it or not.
It's
And
crazy. Like,
I'm sure you feel the
I
same
feel
way,
like-
right?
I feel like daily uploads is actually what's killing my creativity.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Um,
something that I know that very well.
Like, if someone looks at the dream game and not realizing I've spent a year building it, they're like, yo, no way you built this, right? Like, that's so good. But if they look at a video that I'm posting every single day, I don't have the time to put the quality into each build, you know? So
Yeah.
on the outside, I look like a pretty average builder, like sometimes even bad. But it's because I have to build this whole thing I'm making a video on
Yes.
and then make it a video. Like, there's like double the work. So of course it can't be like a great build all the time. And I think that's one thing that kind of kills me in the long run. So I'd love to go down to 3 videos a week, but it's scary when that's like your main income. You can't take that risk.
Yeah.
But I'd love to go down to 3 a week that are just better quality. Like, they have more story, they have better pacing, better editing, just everything's better. But I can't make that switch because I'm not a better editor. So I have to wait till I can hire one. But then I have to depend on somebody else, which is always scary for me. So it's kind of like just a lose-lose here, right?
Definitely.
We're approaching the hour 12. So
We've only
guess
been in
final
this game for
thoughts?
12 minutes.
yeah, hour 13.
A good 12 minutes, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, do we want to start wrapping things up? Any final like kind of questions? Do we want to hop back in the podcast room or just keep chilling here with you guys?
I'm down for anything.
Okay, a question popped up. What motivates you to explore and adapt new development tools or practices?
Having no choice. Like, if you
Fair
don't
enough.
do it, you're gonna get left in the past. It's the same reason like everyone's so mad about AI, right? But it's coming whether we like it or not. So you better learn how to put it in your workflow. You have to evolve with the times. You're gonna just not elevate with them.
Mhm.
That was an excellent question. Wait, where, when you were starting your development journey, where did you learn from RoBuilder?
Honestly, YouTube videos. When we'll just say Blender for example. I think it's really important to look up like don't look up how to use Blender. Look up how to do one thing. So like my thing was like trees. Like I always want to know how to make trees. You use them in every single game. Like no reason not to know how to make them. So that's all I looked up. I watched like 10 tutorials per item, and you'll pick up one little tip from each one. And I remember when I found out about proportional editing in Blender, I thought I was a god. Like it's the secret tips, or not even secret, but just the tips that not everybody talks about that you pick up along the way, watching a few different tutorials that make you feel like you're progressing so much more than you are, and then you'll get hooked, and it'll just keep like building from there. Same with Studio. Just every time you learn something, it's like, yo, I'm way better than I was yesterday. I wonder how good I'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not about, like, you hear it a lot, it's not about trying to get really good really fast. It's about just be 1% better every day. Just learn something, practice something. That's what I do. 2024 is my year of commitment. Like, I know a lot of people have New Year's resolutions, but I'm like actually committed. I've been learning a language, been trying to practice art, practice music, like all these different things. Just try a little bit every day.
About the gym in my New Year's goals.
What do you say?
I said I'm proud of myself. I didn't say anything about the gym in my New Year's goals. Like maybe next year, like this year is all focused on my game. Like if I can get the game to a beta state, that's the goal. A whole year to get it to beta, I think we should be all right.
Yeah. And even if you're not making it to the gym every day, as long as you're being mindful about yourself, you can't just focus entirely on like your passions. You got to focus on keeping yourself alive too, I was never very like flexible or hydrated. I always had problems with those, and then I just started doing it every day, just reminding myself, and then it's like second nature now.
Heck yeah.
It's important to stay hydrated as a developer for everyone in chat. Make sure you're always staying hydrated, not just like juice. Like actually drink some water.
I buy like cases of energy drinks at a time.
I wouldn't say that. Maybe just take a cup to the sink. But
I would say if you're buying energy drinks, you go on Amazon and buy them in the case, guys. You get like 6 for free if you buy the case at a time. Okay.
Buy in bulk, guys.
Like buy in bulk, man. Like
definitely.
But water is probably better for you, so pick your own poison.
Bad, were you saying something else?
Yeah, I was about to give the closing remark. Well, but RoBuilder,
what's up, man?
do you have like anywhere that you provide any assistance to anyone who wants to learn what you do? Like besides your YouTube videos, of course. Like anywhere you have posted, or like a server maybe?
No, I'm gonna say no. I hate my Discord server.
It's okay. I hated mine too. That's why I said screw it.
It's just a cesspool of image spam, and this is a whole other rabbit hole, man. So I'm not even gonna go down it. I don't want to keep you guys' podcast going to try to wrap it up, but it's a weird thing because with our fans being a lot younger than us, like their humor, right? The sticker spam and the emojis and all the gifs, like to me it's so ugly and unprofessional. But I'm 26. Like these guys are kids, most of them, teens. So the humor is way different, and I think it's ugly, and I hate the Discord server for it. But I guess that's the way they have fun. So I don't know where the middle ground is for that one.
Yeah. It's always you always expect something, but it turns out the exact opposite. But apart from that, I guess there's no server. Is there anything I guess you'd like to promote that you're proud of?
Just the game, man. Just the dream game. The testing place is out if you want to play it, and
you can drop a link to that too,
I would
as well.
say join the group if you're interested in the real game, which I guess we didn't really show on stream, but it's not out yet. Trust me, guys, it's a lot better. It's 12 base plates big, like it's massive.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So make sure
if anyone wants to,
somewhere.
if anyone wants to, there's a server called Upskill. If anyone wants to learn how to build, how to model, how to script, it's always there. You can help, and you too could make your dream game.
Yeah, that was a good segue. Good little. Okay.
Yeah, just a little advert at the end, but wrapping up. It's the last facts.
Yeah, my tummy hurts, bro. I'm gonna go lay down, bro. I just ate like a whole bowl of fried rice, man. Nice podcast. It was nice talking with your RoBuilder.
It was lovely having you.
Hey,
RoBuilder.
shoot him a friend request while you can.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, you probably has the max though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't, it's okay.
yeah, he brought out the max. Casual thing
No,
to
I
say.
definitely don't. I clean off my friends list like, oh, it's so bad. I
Me
clean
too.
it off like every couple months, and then people will DM me on Discord. Oh, you hate your fans. You unfriended me. I'm like, we never play nothing. Like, I don't even know who you are, bro. Like, how did you even get on my friends list? Like,
Yeah, I do the same thing, which is why I try not to friend anybody if possible. I'll be like, yo, like we're friends. We know we're friends. We don't have to friend each other on Roblox.
You be grinding something for a video, and they're like, if you friend me, I'll give it to you. And it's like, bro, why do you do this to me?
Like, it's just you just want to join them. Like, the Roblox friend thing isn't much, you know. Like,
It's
it
a
doesn't
flex.
really
Like if I went up to
It
you
is a
and was like,
flex.
if I went up to you and I was like, I don't know, who's Albert stuff, I guess he's big. Albert's my friend, or Hasm. Oh, so many people join me because Hasm's my friend. They're like, can you give me Robux? I'm like, I'm poor. Like,
wait,
like
you say you're friends with Hasm? Sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off, but maybe that could be a podcast guest. How does Chat feel about this?
he doesn't speak.
Oh, that's true.
Like he doesn't go on calls.
That'd be a really boring podcast then.
Yeah. He actually in this testing place Hasm donated
Oh, yeah, I saw.
900,000 to
Crazy.
the development of this game.
We could have a text to speech bot. Who knows?
Do have one of those. We'll figure out
Yeah.
some guests. We'll pull some strings and find some guests. I have somebody in mind for next week. 2 people in mind for following weeks, but we'll see what I can do.
got this.
But I guess we'll properly wrap this up now. How does everyone feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go lay down.
I honestly thought it was already done.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there wasn't really a great segue, but I guess we'll stop it now officially. I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed up, especially you, RoBuilder, as you were our guest. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to give us give us a lot of insight into, I guess, your career and anything you share with the world, I guess, through your work. Anyone else have anything to say?
Let me get
Thank
a
you,
McChicken.
Ni hao.
McChicken. Yeah, thank you guys all for showing up. I love you all. Remember to like, comment, follow, whatever, on all the
Drink
all the
water.
social medias. Drink water, stay hydrated. It's good for your heart. It's good for your body and
Play
your mind.
RoBuilder's games so he can
Pay the
upload
bills.
less and pay the
Bro,
bills.
no lie. If the game blows up, I'm uploading 3 times a week and hiring an editor. Like straight up, it's what's happening.
I'll
Like,
keep you to
leave
that
me
word.
alone.
Do
And
it for his
everyone in the
New
audience
Year's.
can keep you to that word.
I don't want to edit
And
anymore.
join Upskill.
But thank you guys for all showing up, and guess that's it. See you all next week around the same time.